Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Charlie. On today's episode, I'm going to be showing y'all how to make my delicious seafood potato salad from scratch. Now, if you're looking for a different take on the potato salad, this is it right here. It has lots of shrimp in it. It's well seasoned, and it's perfect for barbecues, picnics, or even birthday parties. This recipe calls for about 8 or possibly more servings of seafood potato salad. It's full of shrimp, well seasoned, and absolutely delicious. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here's all you'll need to make your seafood potato salad. Let's get started with our ingredients. You'll need 2 large russet potatoes, and that's about 3 pounds in weight total. And along with that, you're going to need some large eggs, 1 1/2 pounds of small Louisiana shrimp. Along with that, you're going to need some mayonnaise, regular mustard, or Zatarain's Creole mustard, whichever one you prefer. And along with that, you're going to need some sweet relish and some vinegar. Now, for your seasonings, you'll need 1 yellow onion, some green onion, and some celery. And for your additional seasonings, you'll need some salt, black pepper, Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. Now, if you don't have this, you can use the Zatarain's Creole seasoning or the Slap Your Mama Cajun seasoning. You'll also need some Chef Paul Prudhomme's seafood and vegetable magic, onion powder, garlic powder, dried parsley flakes, and some cayenne pepper. And for your tools, you will need a potato peeler and a medium-sized bowl to store your potato salad. And there we have it. Alright, let's get straight to it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started by chopping up 1/2 of a yellow onion. Alright, here I have 2 ounces in weight of green onions. Now I'm going to go ahead and chop this up. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and rinse off my celery. Now I'm going to go ahead and chop 2 to 3 ribs of celery. You want to make sure you chop your celery up good now. Alright, let's get started with our potatoes. So here I have a potato peeler, and I'm going to peel 2 large russet potatoes. And remember, that's 3 pounds in weight altogether. Alright, now before we cut our potato, I just want to show you this. As you can see here, there's a part of the potato that's bad. And what you're going to do is you're going to take that part and you're just going to cut it off. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and cut my potatoes in half. And from there, I'm going to go ahead and cut the potato into small or medium-sized cubes. Alright, so in this large bowl, I have about 5 cups of water. And to that, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of vinegar. And I'm going to give that a quick stir. Now I'm going to add my potato cubes into the vinegar and water solution. I'm going to just give this a quick stir. Now the vinegar and water solution is going to clean the potatoes, and it will also prevent them from turning brown as well. Now you're going to let the potatoes soak for about 12 minutes. Now you don't want to let them soak for too long, because if you let them soak too long, the potatoes won't soften when you cook them. So only for about 12 minutes, and that's it. Once your potatoes are finished from soaking after 12 minutes, you're going to go ahead and add the potatoes into this mesh strainer. And from there, you're going to let them sit until they're ready to be cooked. Alrighty, let's get straight to it. So here we have a shrimp here. We're just going to take the head off the shrimp. We're just going to place that into this bowl with the shells. And now I'm just going to peel the shell off of the shrimp tail. Now I'm going to take the shrimp shells and I'm going to place them into the bowl with the shrimp heads. And I'm going to take the shrimp tail and place that into a separate bowl. Alright, here we have a shrimp tail, and as you can see along right here, that's where the shrimp's digestive tract is. I'm going to take a serrated knife and I'm just going to carefully cut out the back of the shrimp. Let's open this up. There's the shrimp's digestive tract, and just take your finger and just pull that out. And there we have it. Our shrimp has been deveined. Alright, now I'm going to add these shrimp into this mesh strainer, and I'm going to rinse these shrimp off with cold water. Preheat your fire to medium heat. Alright, let's get started with the preparation of our shrimp stock. So in this large pot, I have 3 quarts of simmering water. It's at a slight simmer, of course. Now I'm going to go ahead and add 2 teaspoons of salt. and 2 teaspoons of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. Now I'm going to go ahead and give this a quick stir. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my shrimp heads and shells right on in there. I'm going to go ahead and give this a quick stir. And I'm going to let this simmer for about 30 to 35 minutes. Alright, it's been about 30 minutes now. And our shrimp stock is done. Go ahead and turn your fire off. Alright, here we have a large bowl with a mesh strainer. And I'm going to just pour my shrimp stock into the mesh strainer. Now I'm going to pull the mesh strainer out and I'm just going to give it a quick shake to make sure all the juices are drained from the shrimp heads and shells. And from there, I'm going to discard the shrimp heads and shells. Preheat your fire to medium heat. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and take my shrimp stock and I'm going to add it back into the same large pot that I made the shrimp stock in. Now I'm going to go ahead and let this come to a simmer. Now while that's coming up to a simmer, I'm going to go ahead and add 2 teaspoons of Zatarain's crab ball right on in there. Give it a little extra flavor. Now I'm going to go ahead and give it a quick stir. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my potato cubes right on in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and give it a quick stir. Now I'm going to go ahead and cover this. I'm going to leave the lid just a little bit open so that way some of the steam can escape. You're going to let this simmer for 12 minutes. Alrighty, it's been about 12 minutes now. Let's go ahead and check on our potato cubes. Should be nice and tender. Yep, it's done. Go ahead and turn your fire off. Now I'm going to take my potato cubes and I'm just going to add them into this large bowl. Now you're going to wait a little while so that way it can drain. And then from there, add the potato cubes into a large bowl. Now as for the leftover shrimp stock, there's a multitude of things you can do with this. Soups, stews, sauces, and gravies. You could use it for the basis of this. You could also add this into stuffings for like stuffed bell peppers, or if you want to make a seafood cornbread dressing, you could take some of this and add this in there as well and give it a wonderful, wonderful flavor. Now you could take the shrimp stock, let it cool completely, and after that you could place it into your freezer. Now you're going to let the potato cubes cool completely. This can take anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour or even longer. Preheat your fire to medium heat. Alright, let's get started with the preparation of our eggs. So in this medium-sized pot, I have 1 1/2 quarts of simmering water. Alright, now I place my eggs onto this stainless steel strainer. I'm going to go ahead and carefully add 6 large eggs into the simmering water. And I'm going to just wait for about 5 to 10 seconds. And from there, I'm going to drop the eggs to the bottom of the pot. And I'm going to let this simmer for about 12 minutes. Alright, it's been about 12 minutes now and our eggs are done. Go ahead and turn your fire off. So I'm going to go ahead and take my stainless steel strainer and I'm going to carefully remove the eggs out of the pot. And from there, I'm going to place them into this small bowl. Now you're going to let the eggs cool for about 30 minutes to an hour or until they're warm. If you want a little quicker result, you can just take the eggs and add them straight into an ice water bath. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit the bottom and the top portions of my eggs onto the counter. Next I'm going to go ahead and peel the eggs off while rinsing them off with cold water. Now the eggshell should peel right off. Okay. Alright, here we have a boiled egg and I'm just taking my knife and I'm just going to cut around the egg white. From there I open up the inside and there's the egg yolk there. Alright, so I'm going to take my egg whites and place them onto this chopping board. And I'm going to take my egg yolks and place them into this small bowl. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my egg whites and you're going to chop the egg whites up really fine until they're minced. Preheat your fire to medium heat. Alright, let's get started with cooking our shrimp tails. So in this large saucepan, now remember that shrimp stock? I reserved about 2 tablespoons of that and I'm just going to add that in there. And next I'm going to go ahead and add my shrimp tails. I'm gonna just go ahead and add a sprinkle of salt, 1 teaspoon of Chef Paul Prud'homme's Seafood Magic, and about 1/8 of a teaspoon of black pepper. Now I'm gonna go ahead and give this a quick stir. Now you're gonna let this saute for 4 minutes. All right, it's been about 4 minutes now, and our shrimp is done. Go ahead and turn your fire off. Now you're gonna let this cool completely. This can take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and possibly more time. Now once it cools off, you can also go ahead and place it into your refrigerator so that way when you add it into your potato salad, the shrimp is already cold, all right? All right, let's get started with our egg yolk and mayonnaise mixture. So in a small bowl, I have my egg yolks that I boiled, and I'm gonna just go ahead and just take a back of a spoon and I'm just going to smash the egg yolks. Next up, I'm gonna add a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. All right, now let's add some seasoning. I'm gonna just add a light sprinkle of salt, about 1/8 of a teaspoon. 1/4 teaspoon of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. 1/8 of a teaspoon of Chef Paul's Vegetable Magic. 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 3 teaspoons of regular mustard, and 1 teaspoon of Zatarain's Creole mustard. Now I'm going to take my whisk and I'm just going to give this a quick stir. Alright, here we have our cube potatoes cooled and ready to go. Once they're cooled, I even put them in the refrigerator for about an hour to get them cold a little bit. Alright. So here we have our chopped egg whites, and we're just going to add that in there all at once. Next we're going to add about 1/4 cup of chopped yellow onion, 1/4 cup of chopped green onion, 1/4 cup of chopped celery, 1/3 cup of sweet relish, and the shrimp. I let my shrimp sit in the refrigerator for about an hour to get it real cool. Add that on in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and give this a quick stir. And lastly, we're going to add our egg yolk and mayonnaise mixture. And 1 tablespoon of dried parsley. I'm going to just take my spoon and I'm just going to give this a quick stir. And it's nice and thick, exactly how a potato salad should be. And our seafood potato salad is done. Look at that. Now as a final garnish, you could just lightly sprinkle some dried parsley on top of your potato salad. You can also sprinkle some Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning on top as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and cover this. And you're going to place this into your refrigerator for about 4 hours, or for best results, you can make this the day before you serve it, so that way you take it, place it into your refrigerator, and you can serve it the next day, so that way the flavors can settle and increase and your potato salad will be nice and cold. Here is the final presentation. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, seafood potato salad made by a New Orleans native. If you like my channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button if you want to be notified of my videos. Now I have an official website for all of my recipes, including for this delicious seafood potato salad. Go to www.charliethecookandrews.com. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter under the name Charlie the Cook Andrews. Stay tuned as Charlie's Taste Test is coming up next. Can't wait. Now it's time to go ahead and take a bite. It's really good. It's creamy. It has a wonderful shrimp flavor. It's well seasoned. And then that sweet relish that we added in there kind of balances out all the flavors. And it also has a little kick to it from the cayenne pepper, and even from when we boiled the potatoes and the Tony Chachere's and the crab ball. It's a little spiciness from that as well, just a little bit, not too much. But overall, it's an absolutely fantastic seafood potato salad. So, give the recipe a try. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, have a good one. Peace.